for Caitlin Thwaites fans. She is on the court in her final game after announcing retirement this week. And Prime Minister Scott Morrison will enjoy that moment as well. The Aussies have set themselves up perfectly for this second half. They lead 31-18. Let's get down to Shani Layton, who's with the coach of the Australian Diamonds, Lisa Alexander. Just put her hand to her head.
Not the best start, Lisa. You have made some changes. You put Caitlin Thwaites on. Was that a planned move, or was that just because the team was playing well?
Oh, look, a bit of both. We'd always knew that Katie was playing really well and gives us a chance just to give Bass a chance to have a look at it and just change up the pace in the attack end.
Obviously a huge game for both of them with Thwaites retiring and Bass's 100th. Was that a huge part of the build-up in this game?
No. It's important and it has to be recognised, but it's not what it's about. It's about us playing as a team and winning and looking after each moment. So, you know, Katie and Bass have both earned their place.
Obviously, they wasn't a great finish to the game last week. So what did you say to them at halftime to make sure they finished strongly today?
Oh, just the same things we normally say, which is it starts again now, and just keep doing all those little things. Being in front of the loose ball gets, just like I used to say to you.
Yes, indeed, Lacey, and we learned well. Thank you very much and good luck for the rest of the game.
Thanks, Shans.
Yeah, there you go. So the Diamonds, Kath, I'll come to you on this. They haven't finished any of their games in this Constellation Cup well at all, and it is a chance for New Zealand to get in the skin of the Diamonds early.
Well, it's a good headspace for New Zealand too, isn't it? Because they know they're not out of this contest. You look at that score at halftime and you think, maybe it's too much, but they can get themselves back in this game.
Well, a chance here of a created opportunity. And it'll go off the hand of Ekanasio. Hasn't had a lot of volume. That's just the fourth since coming onto the court.
There's still some challenges going. And Bergen down for a little while.
Need to be able to string a few together. A chance here, some momentum maybe to shift to the Kiwis. The penalty, Berger. Bruce pressuring too much.
Bruce pressuring and contacting heavily. Arms entwined.
Ekanasio again, so she can go two in a row. With the obstruction, contact call for Bruce. So there you go, two in a row for New Zealand. A better start to the third quarter for them.
Well, and this is what Australia will start to get nervous about. What they've got to not do is tense up and stop playing the game they've been playing in the first half. Put the foot down.
Yeah, they've used the full width of the court. There you go, Karaka. A hand to ball. So she came on to replace Jane Watson in that third quarter. This will be three in a row and the first of it this game.
Well, three in a row, the most New Zealand has got this game.
Maybe that's footwork.
Well, it's certainly not one of her better games, and I feel like if she can turn it around, they're well on the way to lessening this margin.
So Australia now, Ash Brazel, being terrific in her work through court. Lizzie Watson, Thwaites out. Sherry, lovely drive to circle edge.
Yeah, great, strong hold, but Caitlin Thwaites, but the ball didn't come from Watson and they missed the opportunity.
Well, didn't they? And New Zealand were defending right to that last second there. They're quick through court, off the hand of Falau, doesn't want it.
Oh, and again, nothing coming. Both waiting for the other one to offer.
Well, they eventually get there in the end, New Zealand, and that does make it three in a row. And a chance to go four, so a terrific start for the Kiwis. Here they come. Falau lines up. This is big. Well, they're sensing. This has been the way things have panned out, but this is the biggest deficit that they've had to work with in this series.
What a massive shot from Falau too.
Goodness, Ekanasio up high over the top of Brazel.
Well, is it just me or is the umpiring shifted a little as well?
Gosh, I'm glad you said shifted. The swing across circle. Ekanasio, five in a row. Here comes New Zealand.
Well, what do Australia do now, though? Let's just watch them. We don't want them to shut up shop on what they've been doing so well. Look at this last 10. We saw moments ago that was flipped.
Well, it's a 5-1 start to New Zealand this quarter. This is how they would have liked to have opened the game. The nod to Mez.
Well, that's the first miss from Ekenasio off the Lau, but the rebound came.
There's Jane Woodlands-Thompson, the new specialist coach on the bench, with Noeline Tarua. 7 goals.
Oh, that's an easy one too. Well played. Great drive from Gretel Tippett and the assist coming from Thwaites.
So that may be the settler that Australia need. They've shifted up their attack structure here in New Zealand, really opening the court up. Langman, space, drives to the top. 2 options on offer, chooses Ekenasio.
Oh, huge rebound, Ekenasio from behind. Had a work cut out for her. And smart work to go after it so hard and get the penalty.
Well, they've made some inroads, New Zealand. Oh, gee, let's just get on with it. Honestly, for me, that's just time wasted. And I'm talking the umpire in that situation.
Yeah, Thwaites is open and ignored, and now out of position.
The pressure has lifted defensively here. The Diamonds have nowhere near the space. That time it opens up off the back of the hand of Laura Sherian. So, gee, hasn't this first half of the third quarter flown?
Well, that was a double-double from Ekenasio and Langman. No defence on it.
And
now
again,
the penalties are coming, aren't they?
It's switched, hasn't it? So Folau will want to reposition. This is the gold zone for Maria Folau. The sweet spot Folau finding. And she is 17 from 18 in her 150th Test match for New Zealand. Tip it out. Thwaites finds some space in the middle. The swing's on.
Oh, Caitlin Thwaites, great front hold. So strong.
So the third goal for Katie Thwaites. Just holding on here. Under the pressure are Australia. Let's get across to Shani Layton.
With the Diamonds attacking, I want to see them make sure they're still taking those drives and playing that same game plan. Beforehand, in the last couple of Test matches, Lisa Alexander had changed it up a lot, so I want to see these girls working through it and making sure they're still taking on that drive, even though there's a player on their back, and trusting their teammates.
Ekenasio, the big high shot. Well, the game has switched, and we are in business here in Perth. Tippett, Sherian, top space. Circle edge, and again with Tippett, so nice combination from the 2 Queenslanders. Saunders has come into it a lot more.
Yeah, way better than she was when she came into the game a week ago. Available when she's been needed, not too early on a timing.
Oh, it's short from Folau. Big rebound, Ekenasio. And it's another one for the Silver Ferns. Don't forget you can download the live official app to view all of the match highlights from today's game, thanks to Telstra. And there'll be plenty of them.
Oh, nothing coming, but Sherian, presence of mind, nice and calm to go back, reset. And now it opens up beautifully, courtesy of the strong drive from Tippett.
There goes Maddie Turner to warm up. Has yet to debut for Australia, selected for the first time in this Constellation Cup series. New South Wales Swifts defender. Do we see her come onto the court?
Oh, Ash Brazel, sneaky. Stole that one.
Oh, she's picking up ball everywhere today, Ash Brazel. Sherian down at the back of play, and then Katrina Rory gets a hand on it. And there go the Silver Ferns flying through court.
Do that so well, don't they? That swing ball, whether it be to the top of the circle, like
Brazel again.
Braz.
Oh, she is extraordinary today. Ashley Brazel, what a game. And look at the smile on her face. Loves returning to Perth. Just over 5 minutes to play, third quarter. It's been a big one.
Well, I wouldn't be passing the ball anywhere near Ashley Brazel in the form that she's in currently.
Maria Folau, it's been a long time to get this goal and get there in the end.
Here's the work onto Langman, and then Ash Brazel.
Oh, just speed to come around the outside. Here we go, the changes have been made. So Lizzie Watson now goes to the bench. The crowd are excited. Ashley Brazel moving into the centre. Have a listen. She is absolutely adored here in Perth, and Jamie Lee Price coming on at wing defence.
Well, let's not forget when Ash Brazel was moved into centre the last 3 or 4 games of the Suncorp Super Netball League, 3 MVPs in a row in that position. Not losing anything with this change.
Yeah, and Lizzie Watson goes to the bench, playing one of her best games so far in this cup, so kudos to her. Defensive pressure from Australia stepped up. Price onto the court.
Jamie Lee Price, how strong. And again, just wants to get on with it.
Sherian meets Rory. Good little contest. Let go. Karaka out hunting. Will have to retreat quickly now and does so.
Oh! Hadn't set up the penalty yet. Was just moving to take it. Well, New Zealand, that was a lucky one, but they want to make the most of it.
Let's get across to Paige Hadley. How are you feeling through this third quarter, Paige?
I had a feeling you guys were going to come to me when it started to get closer.
It's been a tough one in the third, hasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we just a few silly errors, but yeah, look, hopefully we can pin it back in the last 3 minutes.
And what do you make of the change with Ashley Brazel going into centre? She's been outstanding there in Suncorp Super Netball, hasn't she?
Oh, absolutely. I think the crowd was calling it the whole time. But yeah, look, I think she'll bring a bit of speed and just inject obviously a bit more defensive pressure down the court for us.
Paige, the second halves for Australia haven't been terrific. What was said by Lisa Alexander to ensure that the Australians held on to this lead?
Yeah, look, I think it was stick to what we were doing. I think the first half was outstanding. You know, we were scoring up those critical moments, but we always knew the Kiwis were going to come back. So it was about staying composed, and when they do come back, just going back to set plays. Well,
still plenty of netball to be played here in this final game. Have a rest. We'll come back to you in the fourth and see where things are at.
Thanks, guys.
Good on you, champ. Paige Hadley sitting on the sideline courtesy of a broken wrist after game one. In the meantime, Maria Folau, just to bring this scoreline, they've sort of been stuck around that 7-goal mark, haven't they?
Yeah, they had a good flow there where they had 9 of 10. And then it's kind of been a bit stagnant since, hasn't it? Still leading this quarter, though, 13-7.
A little positional switch defensively for the Ferns. Berger out now on Thwaites. Karika. Well, what a lovely cut and drive from Gretel Tippett. One of the best I've seen this season.
What a player she's become. Oh, well, here is another huge moment in this game. Maddie Turner on for her very first game as a Diamond. What a moment.
Yeah, big moment to come on in such pressured situations. Of course, the winner of today's game wins the Consolation Cup. Maddie Turner.
Oh, how would she be feeling? What an occasion. Oh, and straight away she's had some impact, forcing a held ball.
Well, they need to reward with a goal, don't they?
Goalkeeper, get off the side. Yes.
So Tippett eventually gets the goal through. And Maddie Turner contributed to that moment. She becomes Diamond number 179. Gee, wouldn't her family be proud? Bryony Aker, New South Wales Swifts coach, sitting at home. It's been a series of milestones, hasn't it? From coaches to caps to retirements and to debuts.
Ash Brazel, another tip there in the closing speeds.
Oh, what a contest.
Oh, I know, well, I've run out of things to say, and really there isn't a contest at the moment, is there? Ash Brazel dominating Langman. Langman, not a good day at the office by her standards.
Bruce, yeah, too low the pass on that occasion. Saunders gets the hands up.
Full time, that was a deliberate delay. This is a caution, we're bringing it up.
Okay, so a deliberate delay. And so the penalty moves forward. And that sets Maria Folau up under the post. So they still lead this quarter score. 9 goals now, the difference though. I would have loved to have gone into that break 7 or 6. 10 seconds on the clock, a chance for Australia to score. Had to go high and long. Too much though for Gretel Tippett.
Shoots restriction.
And there you go. So the three-quarter time siren strikes. Gee, that was a tough battle in the third. They gave themselves a chance, New Zealand. Have got some work to do in the final quarter. The Australian Diamonds lead into the final break, 40.